Small acts, big impacts. Small acts, big impacts. Youth leader VIshal.
Am I audible at the back? Hundreds of tourists were buzzing around. A tall camel walked in with a short rider on it. And if you're guessing that short rider was yours truly, then you are all mistaken. Respected Toastmasters, fellow youth leaders, distinguished guests, and friends, a warm good evening to all.
Good evening.
That enthusiastic young rider was a tour guide at the beautiful Egyptian pyramids, the place where I went for my previous vacation. Many tourists were clicking pictures, some taking camel rides, and some just enjoying the sight of the beautiful pyramids. Suddenly, that tour guide stared at me, smiled, and called out, "Habibi, are you an Indian?" "Namaste. Egypt mein aapka shwagat hai," which meant hello and welcome to Egypt. I was surprised to hear an Egyptian speak the Indian language Hindi so well, as he continued by asking me in Hindi whether I'd like to take a ride on his camel. I politely refused, as I felt strange that he was trying to sell himself a little too hard, and continued my walking tour. A little later, I noticed him with a couple, speaking in French. I was amazed, and when I just finished my wonderful trip of the first pyramid, I saw him again, this time with a group of people speaking in perfect English. When he was done and saw me relaxing with my parents, he came up to me, smiled again, and politely asked, "Salam alaikum. How was your trip, young man? By the way, I'm Bashir. What is your name?" I hesitantly replied, "I'm Vishal Urs, and I'm in 5th standard." "Oh, very good. You go to school." Even I would love going to school, but I'm not lucky like you. I have never been to school. I was shocked to hear this and asked, "Never been to school? Then how do you know so many languages so fluently?" He replied, "Friend, I know 12 different languages and can speak most of them fluently. Some I learned from my father and some from the tourists I meet every day. Vishal, necessity is the mother of all inventions, especially when it comes to the necessity of winning the bread for your family. When I meet and read people in their language, they feel more happy and comfortable with me. And when they're more comfortable, they trust me, unlike you did, who ran away from me. Their trust and comfort helps me earn and feed the family." Hearing this, I urged my father to let me take a ride with Bashir. My brother and I hopped on and we set off. Bashir shared his experiences all throughout the ride, and when it came to an end, my dad offered him some extra tip, but he plainly refused. Friends, Bashir was probably the same age as me, but his life was tougher than mine. His challenges were definitely bigger than mine, but he was happy, even in the face of abject poverty. His ideology of not accepting a tip, even in his harsh circumstance, was truly admirable. He appeared to be more mature and just smiled at his challenges like he smiled at me. What made him stand so strong, so hopeful? I thought for a while, until I realized it was all in his attitude. Fellow youth leaders, the thoughts that went through my mind unearthed many of the wrong notions I carried about life. I felt how irresponsible and intolerant I had been at little disappointments, like not being able to watch my favorite TV channel. The anger that I had developed at such petty disappointments appeared cheerful to me after witnessing the determination and attitude of Bashir. Aren't we all lucky to lead the lives we live now?
Yes.
Aren't we all lucky to go to school we go now?
Yes.
Aren't we all lucky to wear these expensive clothes we're all wearing and to have 3 square meals a day?
Yes.
Above all, the wonderful parents we have not only take the responsibility of feeding us, but also take adequate care and think about our plan for a successful future. But poor Bashir was feeding his family, yet he was hopeful. Just one thought struck me. What if Bashir had all the choices that we all have? What would he do? What would he become? He taught me the lesson of a lifetime. Despite having a formal schooling, how many of us have such determination? How many of us learn to face such failures? And how many of us do our job with such precision and perseverance? Friends, he made me realize one hard fact of life. Our textbooks, our teachers, and our parents definitely show us the way, but it's our attitude that will surely get us there. Over to you.